will do? JJ, how you doing? You're here early? Well, I'm here early too. Parasite, what a surprise to find you here. How you doing, Parasite? It's the Friday coming along. Yeah, nothing exciting there. We've got EQ going. We've already done a little bit for EQ. So we're going to go between arenas and EQ. I've got about 3 million to do in the basic. One more run on my 6 stars in the featured, and that will be done. And then, well, Summoner Trials, it's just, it's always there. So, let's see here. What do you think, Parasite? I think it's just you and I at the moment. So, what do you think? Arena or do a little bit more for EQ? I think I was working on Uncollected. Right? Yeah, it's been Uncollected. So, what do you think, Parasite? EQ or Arena? For EQ, I'm just going through and completing the chapters just to get the points for EQ completion. And for Uncollected and Cav, I don't think I'm going to get the end offers, but I'm kind of holding off getting those completed in case I do pick up the completion offers. The main reason would be the 6-star shards, really. Today I can't match grind with you because I didn't do it on time yesterday. Anything's okay for you. All right, well, let's do... Yeah, let's do a bit more for Uncollected. Why do I have this team? Oh, right, okay, because I was auto-fighting Master. Okay. So we'll do another path in Uncollected and then switch over to the basic arena. Yeah. Let us do that. I have no idea what team I want to go with. Maybe I should just go with it. No, Ghost would be a little bit slow. T. Smith, how you doing? Relentless, what is a shakalackin'? How is your day coming along? So you did it? Wait, you got the arena done yesterday, but just slow at it, or what? Oh, let's go. Duh, of course. Let's go with Heracles. Get some use in for him. Yeah. Okay. And I believe this is the team I'm liking with him so far. And was there anyone else I was using? I think there was somebody else that I had on the team. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So I've been liking this team so far with him. Going good so far. Just logged in at work. Okay. Well, the sooner you log in and get started, the sooner you're done, right? I suppose not. If there's a set period of time, you got to be working. Doesn't matter what time you start, you're still going to finish at the same time. All right, let's see. Of course, there's a health pod on the path we've already done. Not a big surprise. All right, so there's nothing really too useful. And let's do this. I want to try Emma. I want to try taking Emma with Cap IW because Cosmic on the team. So every parry will get a armor break for her. But everything else, I think we'll go with Monsieur Heracles. Heracles. Probably do... I don't know. We'll see what we do. Maybe a path or so, and then... You're supposed to be aggressive. The note specifically says this champion is more aggressive. Okay, there. Oh, wait. Did that not count for that feat? Maybe not, I guess, eh? I guess we'll find out right now. Nope, I guess it did not. It did not indeed. There we go. We got that one, though. Yeah, we did. Done. Stop going the path containing health potions. My stash is going crazy with them. Yeah, if I haven't done the path, I'll still go for one that has health pots or revives just out of habit. And I was doing, what was it? Oh, I think I was doing 536 farming, and I think I would have been fine, but I had a bunch of small health pots in overflow, so I used some of those, but I've still got a fair bit in overflow. Oh, come on. Right? Okay. Really? That's all you're going to do? Okay. Let's get you out of here. There we go. Oh, that's one way to end things. That is the max aggression for Red Skull, maybe. Yeah. Yes. So, whenever we get mutant advancement, or I'll probably do it for the next level up too, but Kitty will be going to rank 3. So I'm going to definitely use Hercules a bit to get used to him and stuff, but I'm looking forward to going through some of this stuff with her as well. I don't think I don't think she's really got the damage, but it's her survivability for sure, which is going to be nice. Maybe she has the damage, and we'll find out, but as far as I know, that's not really her thing too much. Dude, this does not feel like Uncollected. Not that Uncollected is too bad, but yeah, this really doesn't feel like you're going through Uncollected here. All right. So, yeah, I think we should be able to get an armor break on her right away. Yeah. Yeah, not bad. Did you take her to max level? No. He's just... I think I put some ISO into him at rank 3. No ISO into him at rank 3. So the level up, the previous level up, the end of it, halfway through, we also had Cosmic Advancement. I think I had him at the beginning of rank 2 when that Cosmic Advancement started. And so I maxed him out at rank 2, took him to rank 3, and just left him there. And then mainly, so the big thing is I just wanted to use up the T2A and T5B that was in overflow, and ISO over time. So whenever there's another Cosmic Advancement between, I also want to get Cersei to rank 2 for defense, but I need T4B before I can do any other rank 2 or 5-star rank ups. Kitty's SP2 is really good damage. Okay. Yeah, I haven't used her at all except in Arena, and in Arena I don't really get to specials too much. You know what? I think Omega Red will go through this stuff a lot quicker. And let's see, and we've got 2 robots up front, which that doesn't really matter too much. So let's do that. Let's do that. Actually, no, I don't think I want him. I want him and him, so we can get the mental barrier. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, except I want red man. No, that's fine. And I mean, it doesn't. I don't think it matters too much. It's I'm using R3s and it's uncollected difficulty, so we should be all right. Famous last words, right? Get up to 400 incinerate. Use use 2 SP1s, then SP2. Okay. I take Apocalypse Cable and rinse through the entire uncollected. Yeah. Get another cerebral charge. The mental barrier will be a little bit stronger. Not that it matters. But hey. Oh, you know what? Oh, wait. If I had him up to enough charges, he would miss, right? I think? Sure. Well, maybe we don't need to find out. Ooh, that was way off. Nope, I guess not. Okay. Okay. With that team, you might be able to auto fight. Oh, let's find out. I think the for uncollected, I don't think I've ever tried auto fighting uncollected actually. But let's see. It's gonna pick Omega. I think with Suicides, this would have been better. Like to auto fight would have probably been better with having Apocalypse on the team. Because I think between Apocalypse and Omega, that would be able to take care of everything. Oh, okay. Oh, you know what though too? Because of that mental barrier, so we're not going to take damage at the beginning. So that actually wouldn't be a bad idea to do a couple fights with Professor X, get the mental barrier a little bit stronger, and then turn on autoplay. Ooh, this is going to be a slow one. Yeah, this one I might end up just manually fighting just because it's going to be slow. Let's see. Well, let's see indeed. Yeah, actually could possibly just lose Omega on this one if we left it on auto fight. But I think probably non-robot we'd be fine. Absolutely. Oh, come on. Ooh, don't kill him. Oh, no, I don't have enough spores on him, though. Yeah, I don't have enough spores that there'd be much life I'd be getting back anyways. Yeah. Oh. I don't think I'd be able to get to an L3 with anybody to be able to, and have a decent amount of spores on them so that I could actually heal up Omega. First two chapters except boss, I mostly do auto fight. Okay. For uncollected, I sometimes become lazy doing that content. Mags would have been good for this one. Yeah, I was gonna bring him in, but I was intending just to fight it all, man. Actually, this one I will fight manually too. This one I could probably get to an L3, possibly. Let's see. Oh, maybe not. No, probably not. Yeah, no. New L3 here. Ooh, L1 though, to get some. No. Damn it. Oh well. Yeah, I'm not going to get to an L3 on anything, but it doesn't matter. But I would have liked to get Omega back to semi-full. Holy crap, I didn't realize so many robots there were here. Oh, man. Okay, we'll try it with the other path, because I think without robots, it would be okay. But with all these robots, Omega Red auto fighting is, it's not going to go too well. Ooh, I'm liking the barrier, though. Because of the extra cerebral charge, the barrier is stronger, so I'm taking like basically pretty much no damage from the bleed. And I don't have. Pretty sure. Yeah, I don't have anything equipped. Ooh. Habit. Going to the arena tab all the time. I think I might try this for tab difficulty with Professor X. Use him for the first 2 or 3 fights, or probably 2. 3 would be a bit too much, probably with Suicide's on for him. But first couple fights, make the mental barrier stronger, and then go through with Omega. Because then, yeah, you could definitely take a hit or 2 at the beginning, and it's not going to matter because the mental barrier is just going to absorb it. So, Well, damn, I used to always say that, if you're playing with mutants, you're going to always have Apocalypse on the team, but in this case, not really a necessity at all. And, okay, look at that. 4 energy left. Excellent. So after this one, we'll get back into, or get into Arena. Oh, you stinker. Okay, let's see how much I could heal up. Nothing. Dang it. Pete Smith, to answer your question on top of the screen, I say no. Marvel has plenty of champs to choose from. I agree. Yeah. I agree. To be honest, it's great that we got Jabari, Silver Centurion, Storm X, and Sorcerer Supreme. So be it. But when they were being introduced, I was kind of like, why? Like, seriously, why? There's so many champions that people have been asking for a long time. And I think a big part of it, though, too, was it was a way for them to bring awareness to MROC. And MCOC is an established community. MROC was new. They were trying to get a community there. That was a way to showcase those characters from MROC to the MCOC community. But in all honesty, characters, gimmicks, whatever, I do not want to see it in things from MROC moved over to MCOC. Obviously, different games, but I don't think you should take things from a failed product and add them to a successful product. Not that it was the characters or stuff like that made MROC fail. It just didn't catch on. But yeah, I don't think that they should be messing too much with MCOC. Definitely advance MCOC as it should, but don't incorporate things from MROC. But yeah, I agree absolutely. Now, I mean, on the other hand, though, some of the designs for the characters are pretty damn cool. They look really neat, and the new abilities and stuff in the game are cool and whatnot. But yeah, no, I much prefer keep that out. What do you guys think of so in the post, I don't know if it was on their Twitter thing, but on their Discord, they're posted there, and then I've seen it a couple other places, and I think a couple people who did videos highlighted it, saying that if you moved from MROC to MCOC, so long as your accounts are linked, that you could come into MCOC at a higher progression than if you just started an MCOC account. I get why they would do that, because that way, somebody's not starting from fresh for a new game. The only thing, though, doing something like that, now, I don't really think there'd be too many people who had played MROC and had never played or weren't familiar with MCOC at all. I think that would be very rare to see that. But if that's the case, so if you had somebody who played MROC, now they come over to MCOC, they bring their progression from MROC into MCOC. So great, they're going to have. I don't know how it will work. I don't know how it will work. I don't know if it would be by level or by characters or whatever. If it's by level, that's not too bad. The only real thing there would be mastery points, just because you wouldn't have been going slowly and building your mastery setup as you go. So yeah, there'd probably be a lot of questions like that, and actually probably be a good time for YouTubers to be making videos about masteries. But the other thing is, if it were characters, like if you came over with so many characters or something like that, you're not going to know how to use them at all. And it would be quite different than somebody who, just starts the game, gets a couple characters and learns that way, as opposed to somebody who comes over and has a ton of stuff. And it's kind of like, what do I do? This happens with any company, not specifically Kabam. Sure, but I'm not saying about Kabam. I'm just saying in general, though. Wait, are you talking about the characters, the cartoons coming from MROC, or about the starting at a higher level if your accounts are linked? I absolutely get it. Like if MCOC were to die and they had another game, yeah, they would want so let's say it went the other way. If MCOC died and MROC was still going, and they offered MCOC players the ability to join MROC and start off at a higher level than right from the get-go, well, yeah, it's going to be much more appealing to start the game, right? But the learning curve is going to be crazy, because you're going to start off with, a progressed roster or account or whatever it is, but you're learning from scratch. The main problem with MROC is just because of Kabam. It was other company, then it might have been a hit. Kabam already had a successful game, and the community wouldn't shift to others so soon. No, I don't think that's what. I think it was the actual game of MROC was the problem. I think you could have given that specific game, that design, the way it functioned to any other company, and it still would have failed. But I think they were, that game was. Also, I guess to be fair, I'd never played that style of game previously, and so for me, fair enough. I only looked at it for about half an hour, which isn't really enough time to, make a decision. But when I started MCOC, it was new and different for me. I'd never played a fighting game on a mobile, but I was willing to learn how to play it. MROC, no. I didn't care for the controls. I didn't care for any of it. Now, I know that there are people that are into that type of game who would give it the time, which are probably the people who had been playing it for a while. But yeah, I just think that game was... Because the thing is, too, right? Like, even when it was in beta, and then when it went live, it seemed like from the MCOC side of things, like people that were familiar with MCOC, nobody expected it to lie. It really seemed like the only people who didn't know that thing was going to fail was Kabam. Like, it seemed like anybody playing games knew that thing was not going to succeed. People need to start fresh. If they aren't familiar, you need the learning curve. So, years and years ago, I played World of Warcraft, and I think it's become a lot more streamlined than it was when I played it. But what would happen with that is somebody would play the game, develop their characters, get good gear for them, blah, 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 and then they would sell an account, sell those characters. So somebody who never played the game or wasn't familiar with a specific type of character would have that account, and they'd have no idea what they were doing, because they hadn't progressed that character or that class to learn it, right? And when you were doing dungeons or raids, you could really tell if somebody had basically bought a character, because they wouldn't know, like the very basics of the character. Now, for MCOC, it's not so much that. Like, you do want to know a little bit about each tune, but also like timings or distancing and that kind of stuff. You're definitely not gonna have an account with 14,000 prestige, an R3 Doom, an R3 Hercules, and hit the ground running, right? Like your first day playing. You might have all that great stuff, but you have no clue what you're doing. But one thing I do give them credit for is that they gave forewarning that the game would be unavailable. I respect that. So, and I think that's, well, it's only a couple months, but still, it's not as though, hey, here's a bunch of offers, and then the next day, oh, hey, the game is going to be down. They did give people forewarning, and I guess not. Well, it's going to be delisted from the App Store, so you can't spend money in it anyways. So now we can expect characters coming from. Oh yeah, no, I'm absolutely sure it's going to happen, but with whether or not the question is just to see whether people want that to happen. Absolutely, it would. I mean, if they've already been spending time developing characters for MCOC, and they've got a way to still publish those characters, why wouldn't they, right? Who knows? Maybe we'll see a character from the MCOC side of things come over to MCOC and be like crazy powerful and stuff, right? It'd be the most wanted character in MCOC. But yeah, I really can't comment about the game itself of MCOC just because I didn't play it to know. But yes, yeah, and I think for me, like just that style of game wouldn't have been something I was into. It's funny because if that was if that was out before MCOC, I probably would have never played MCOC. Because if I looked at that, and then, okay, so that's the Kabam is the developer, whatever, and then there's another game by them, I'd probably be like, well, the first game I saw of theirs I didn't care for, so why would I try another one? I'm cool with the characters we already got from MCOC. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're here, and they've been here for a while, but I think we will see more. I'd rather not, but so be it. So be it. And what do you guys think of the results from the Summoner Choice voting? Or we talked about that a little bit yesterday, I think. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Quicksilver or Beta Ray Bill. Skull and Skulls, how you doing? It's over. You took care of Crossbones. Good for you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's always nice to struggle through something and get it done, though, eh? A real sense of accomplishment. I think the cap thing. So there was I think it was Parasite that got timed out for emojis by Nightbot, and I removed that because you don't see people doing the emoji thing too often. You don't see people doing the caps thing too often either. So the caps one I would leave for Nightbot, but I've never understood why the caps is so. Why people don't like it. Like I know it's it's yelling or whatever. It doesn't matter. You're just reading it. Would like them to add Morbius, Quicksilver, Beta Ray Bill, Bullseye, Harkness, Mystique, Cottonmouth, Diamond Pack. Okay, you want a lot. I got game control issues. My last revives, so I had to grind the arenas again. But finally, the pain is over. One more quest. Okay, very good. Very good indeed. My personal opinion on the Summoner Choice Champion is Kabam already knows who they want, unless they use a third-party voting system. I don't trust them. The third-party voting system, my thing is if you're not putting the results, like the actual numbers, come on. You can't take it seriously. Because, yeah, they're going to just simply say, hey, this is who won. Well, there was no way for us to see as the votes were being cast how it was going, right? Justin, how you doing? And I honestly can't think of any other kind of voting thing I've ever seen, whether it be in politics or like on like a TV show, whatever it is. Whenever votes are cast, you see the tally increase. So I don't get how they could have this, and there's no way for you to keep track of which champion is ahead and what. Right? Because it basically at the end of the time frame, they're like, oh, this champion won, or these champions won. Maybe even Hercule, Zeus, Athena, Ares, Hades, Poseidon. Yeah, they got lots of options. It feels so good to finally be free and not stuck in the arena. Yeah. See, that's why you do the arena before you do the content. So that if you run into issues, you've already got the units ready to go. So, for example, I'm thinking I'm going to probably do the Star-Lord Karina challenge before I do the Inhuman one. And it's also going to kind of depend on when 7.4 drops. If 7.4 drops, then no, I wouldn't be doing it. But as it is right now, I'm not going to be doing Variant 8 anytime soon. So that would be the only longer, challenging stuff to do. But I want to wait until I've got 30,000 units. I don't think I'm going to use 30,000 units to get it done. It's just kind of a way to put it off, right? So rather than saying, in a couple weeks or something, I'll just be like, okay, yeah, when I'm at 30,000 units, I'll look at doing that. Hope you're having a good day, Relentless. What about me, Justin? You're not hoping I have a good day? What's up? I thought I had enough units. I had like 300 units and 15 plus revives. So, yeah, but like I just said, for the Star-Lord challenge, I want to have 30,000 units. I don't believe that would take me 30,000 units, but hey. But yeah, Arena, I think, like to utilize Arena for something like that. Yeah, you could absolutely, when you need it, go in and do it. But I think Arena is something you do way in advance to benefit from. Yeah. I underestimated how bad I am at MCOC. That's what happened. So, I always think I'm worse than, or I always think the content is harder than it actually is. Or I think I'm worse than I am. One of the two. Or maybe it's the two of them together. Because, like, even the O Canada challenge, I kept going back and forth whether or not I wanted to do it. And it was during the gifting event, so the last couple days, I started trading for health pots and revives. And I couldn't commit. So if I had committed, I would have ended up with a lot more health pots than need be. So it was a good thing that I kept waffling. And it's annoying. Like, by now, like after, I don't know, it's 5 years, I think, 5.5, almost 6 years of playing. I should know if I'm going to get through something decently or not. But I think that's also partly why I want to do the other LOL Karina challenges a little bit closer together, just because the fights and I think I'm going to do the same path for all of them. I hope everyone's having a great day. A little bit of backtracking there, eh? Okay. One thing, and I guess you'd have to be familiar with a few different YouTubers, whether they be big or smaller. One thing I did with The Abyss. I looked at some YouTubers and got an idea of how much it took them to get through it. But then a YouTuber that I thought I was comparable in skill. I looked at how many revives and whatnot that they used, and then I figured, and I added like about maybe 10% for myself, just to say, I think we're about the same, but let's just say whatever reason, right? Um, so I think maybe for something big like that, it might be worth it doing something like that. Finding somebody that you feel you're comparable to, and then seeing what it costs them. Now, not everybody, when they're doing that stuff, puts up the amount of revives and health pots or how much something costs them. But if it does, it could be really beneficial. And it's not so much a gauge of, oh, they're good or they're bad. It's a way for people to gauge what it would cost them to do the same content. So I think there's real value in people to do when the YouTubers do stuff like that. Billy D, how you doing? Is your product coming along? Stayed at home, haven't gone out since cases have been rising very quickly. Yeah, they're going up here. They had a little bit of a dip, but they're going back up. Although, I didn't even think of that, too, because school just went back in on Monday. Because with Angela, it's one hit, you're dead, no matter what, because of the HP? Yeah, I think that fight you really want to poison him in, right? And for Angela for it, you need to get a couple buffs to be able to drop off debuffs. So I was really nervous when he was at 1% HP because he was about to heal, but I somehow got a block intercept even though I didn't intend to. So what you're saying is you won by mistake? Yeah, when I did that fight, when I was going through Act 6, it kicked my ass. I think at the time, and maybe even now, one of the better options is Omega Red. And I didn't have Omega Red at the time. And I ended up using Morningstar. And she worked decently for it. She worked pretty well. But, yeah, it sucked. I much preferred it when I did... Well, I mean, he'd been changed, too. But I much preferred doing that for the Karina Challenge, using the Mutant team. And I ended up... I used Rogue for that fight in particular, and she worked really well. Back might be a late reply for the caps thing. You asked, people mostly use caps just to get attention, and others might not like it when someone trying to get special attention. Yeah, but if that's it, then everybody type in caps, and then it doesn't. And then whoever types in lowercase would be the standout, right? But yeah, no, I got why he'd be. I mean, yeah, you just got through something that was you're struggling through. You're pretty damn excited. I get it. I didn't want to use Morningstar because I didn't want to ramp her up. Yeah, so because that path. No, I think that whole quest, right? Yeah, the whole quest. It'd be difficult to get to an L3. It wasn't so much that. It was because. Was it? I think he had Biohazard initially, but it was more because of her ability to copy the regen and then make the regen weaker on the opponent. So that was one of the big benefits for her. Does anyone here buy refills to do content or just wait for a 3-day event? I farm energy refills from 536 mainly. You can get them from 326. Is it 326 as well? I just prefer. So if I'm gonna like shower or be in the kitchen or something, and I just want to auto fight, I'll go in 326. If I'm gonna sit down and like I'm full on energy and I want to get through some energy, then I'll go in 536. And quite often, actually I could show you right now. But quite often for 536, you'll see 2 energy refills or 2 revives on the same path, which is really nice. For 326, you'll often see like a health pot or a revive and an energy refill on the same path, which is great too. But yeah, I really like 536. It's probably not the best way to go energy wise, because it is going to be more energy intensive than 326. But yeah, if you want, so like for example, I was farming 536 when trying to get used to Hyperion, and I found that worked out really well. He had Biohazard, Vigor, then Poison, Vigor, then Poison, Art Overload. Now since he got his okay. I had Omega that time in my mainstream roster. That crossbow fight went so smooth. Yeah, it really would have. There's been a few fights where, when I did it, I didn't have like the best counter, and then shortly after doing the fight, I got the best counter. That was kind of annoying. I mostly do that, Justin. I always forget doing EQ and complete at last moment. Yeah, so I only work on EQ during the event quest completion. If event quest completion isn't live, I don't do any paths in EQ. And I think that's partly why I'm able to have a few energy refills in overflow. Because in between each EQ completion, I'm farming energy refills. I have no energy refills and want to explore EQ for EQ completion, and also 7.3. Well, I mean, you could either do arena to get units to buy the energy refills, or you could farm the energy refills and then give it like... So if you farm energy refills for about a week or two, you'll have quite a few in overflow, and then do whatever content you want, and it wouldn't cost you. But don't forget also, we did get that general compensation from Kabam that had the revives, health pots, and energy refills. I think it was only 5 energy refills though. But you could use those 5 energy refills to farm more. But yeah, EQ completion, that event is the only one that dictates when I do content. All of the other events, solo events, basically get themselves done just through arena, really. Ooh. This doesn't really matter, does it? Not too much. Not too much. It's funny how Colossus went from being, like, a lot of people would have considered the top mutant to... You don't hear very much of Colossus anymore. Those house pots didn't do much because I had to use them on 6.4, but one of the revives from the compensation really showed me that the fight was possible, and that was when I got him down to 80%. Okay. I'm mostly using energy at the moment by clicking auto on Proving Grounds and class ones just to avoid seeing 77 or 70, 70, well, not 70% of my 3 stars are maxed by doing that. Okay. I somehow hate doing EQ just for those 10 6 stones and 10% selector. I do it. Yeah, I think I've kept all of the... So when they added the 10% Nexus, I had gotten CGR recently, and I had him at rank 2, and I needed the Cosmic T5CC to get him to rank 3. So for like 2 months, as soon as the EQ was available, I got through to get that 10% just to be able to pick Cosmic. And I was not seeing Cosmic at all. But after that, yeah, I've just been holding on to those 10% Nexus. Just to, like, if I do need a specific T5CC at some point, like if I'm really close to forming a full T5CC, then I'll open a few of those. Apocalypse, Kitty, Professor X, Mags, Omega top 5. Colossus is number 6 now. Yeah, I never used him. Don't have him as a 6-star. Never really had a desire to have him actually as a 6-star. When he was in the arena, yeah, I really had. I did kind of contemplate going for him, but I didn't really see where I'd be using him too much. I see. How you doing? Do you think this year and we will see 6-star R5 or by next year end? I think it will really depend. You know what? I don't think it's going to be based on how the actual game is progressing. I think it's going to depend on where they are profit-wise, where they are profit and revenue-wise. If they need to make up revenue, and maybe they will with the loss of MCOC, then yes, I could see having R5. And I get that it really wouldn't make any sense considering how much time we had between R3s and R4s. But I don't think it will be depending on what makes sense for the game. I think it's going to just depend on. So if they still see the first couple quarters where their revenues are lower than what they've been historically, then yes, I think that by the end of 2022, we could see the resources for an R5. If their revenues and profits are doing decent, where they're closer to what they had been doing, then no, I don't think we would see the R5 materials for a while yet. So yeah, I don't think it will be dependent on the progress in the game. I think it will be dependent on their revenues. All right, let's see. We're forgetting Archangel. Yeah, he would be up there too, eh? I would probably, because I think Professor X might be a little. Well, Archangel is still a little bit limited, right? If they're bleed or poison immune, he has less value. Professor X, a little bit trickier to play. I think the one, it hurts me to say this, but I think the one that might be interchangeable there might be Omega Red. I would take Professor X out just because I don't use him, but I could see his placement overall. I really like Omega, and I still feel that he's. Before actually using Apocalypse a lot, I said that Omega was the best mutant, and Apocalypse when you considered Horseman. And now I say Apocalypse is best mutant. End of sense. That's it. And then Omega Red 1, 2, or 3. I haven't, or sorry, 2 or 3. I haven't played Kitty at all, so I can't really say about her. Yeah, the thing that bumps up Archangel to being absolutely crazy is Horseman. Yeah, but I like if you're gonna rank the mutants, I think you have to rank them without that. Because yeah, if you're ranking somebody, you need to do it standalone. You can't do it based off of synergies. Like for example, Cable would be pretty high up there when you consider him as not as a horseman, but just be having Apocalypse on the team, right? But I think, yeah, like if I want to get through something fast and I'm going to use a mutant, it's probably going to be Omega Red that I'm going to use. I mean, even Psylocke is crazy as a horseman, yeah. And Gambit's pretty decent as a horseman too. If we see 6-star Wolverine, that's just gonna be nutty. Nutty. Do we still have? Okay, yeah, we still do. He's good without it, but with it, he's like for Archangel. Yeah, okay. I use Omega and Mags the most. If I had a 6-star Magneto, I would use him. I would use him quite a bit. That's the only reason I don't don't often have red Mags on the team. It's just that he's a 5-star. So usually when I go with a team that's a full class, it's usually when there's class combat on. So if there's mutant combat on, I would go with a full mutant team and probably have white Mags on him, just because he's a 6-star. If red Mags was a 6, if I had him as a 6-star, he would be on the team. I scratched out Omega from the top list. Oh, he's still in the top for me, absolutely. He absolutely doesn't need to be a horseman. For me to think that he's one of the top mutants. And actually, for Omega as a horseman, there's really not too much difference. I mean, he obviously gets the same advantages as anyone else as a horseman, but it doesn't really have that much of an impact. After I started using Cable, Omega has gone out. Yeah, you're only going to use Cable with Apocalypse. You're not really going to be using Cable on its own. Whereas Omega, absolutely, you'll be using him on his own. With Omega, you might want Sabretooth. You don't need him, but for Cable, you do need Apocalypse. I've never used Omega, and I don't think I ever needed to use him. No, he's definitely not everybody's cup of tea. I honestly don't know why I like him so much. It's kind of like Hyperion, right? I really want Hyperion as a 6-star. There's no reason. I like him. And there's nowhere in particular that I would use him. If I got him, the first little bit, I would definitely go through some of ROL, just to see how quick I could get through it with him. But outside of that, yeah, there's really nowhere in particular I would use Hyperion. Omega Red, prior to Variant 4, I didn't care one way or the other. And then after going through Variant 4, the quest where you needed 4 stars, I used Omega Red for that, and that's where I started really enjoying him. So there's actually a few characters where there's been specific quests that have opened my eyes to those characters. So like Omega Red was Variant 4, Claire was Variant 5, Apocalypse was the Gauntlet, King Groot I don't love, but I respect his use for where I use him. But for King Groot, it's my lane for map 8. Ultron is really for Apocalypse Boss in War. Like, holy crap. Ultron just makes that like it's not even a thing, man. Now, I only take the War Boss during off-season. But I think the 2 or 3 times that Apocalypse has been the boss and I've taken him, it's always been with at least one link up, and it's always been a solo. And maybe I could do it with Warlock. I don't think I could do it with Ghost. But with Ultron, it's not even a thing. Bishop as a horse SP2. Okay. I've never tried Bishop as a horseman. Huh. I hope to get Apocalypse so I can make my 6-star Gambit a horseman and actually take blocked hits. You're all lucky that you can even run a horseman. I still don't have an Apocalypse. So 2020, the featured 6-star crystal in I think it was available in December. CGR was in it, Apocalypse was in it, Ghost was in it. There were a few other good champions. All I wanted from it was Apocalypse. I opened it, I got Ghost, and I got CGR, and I was happy to get Ghost for sure. At the time, it's kind of funny. It's kind of like Hercules just now. Like, I knew a lot of people liked him. I knew it was a good champion. I just didn't care one way or the other. Start playing with the champion, like, well, damn. So I felt the same way about CGR 2 years ago. But I didn't get Apocalypse, so I really felt like it was a bad opening because I wanted Apocalypse as a 6-star so bad. And then I think it was the, so it was the spring cleaning of 2021 where I got Apocalypse, and I took him to rank. Ooh, I may have taken him to rank 3 pretty quick. It was at rank 2 almost right away, and oh no, I think I took him to rank 3 for Gauntlet. And then using him in the Gauntlet, I was like, this dude is good, and yeah. Since then, he's Omega is still my favorite mutant. I don't know why, but I just really like him. But I do think Apocalypse is the best mutant when he's not getting hit by Killmonger's SP2. As long as you're fighting a non-robot and run suicides, Omega is great for bleed and poison pass. Yeah. Hyperion is an OG god. I think almost everyone would love to have him as a 6-star. Yeah, but like in this current feature, I think like people want Kitty, people want Null, people want. Well, some people want Nimrod. Actually, I wouldn't mind Nimrod, but this current feature was a little bit like the one from 2020 for me. I wanted Kitty. It was between Kitty and Hyperion were the two that I really wanted. I got Kitty. Who else new did I get from there? Oh, I got Cersei and Icarus and Antivenom. But because I didn't get Hyperion, well, this one, no, I can't say it felt like a loss because I did get Kitty. But I would have been so happy if I got Hyperion. And I will have a couple more chances at it for sure, but I really don't think I'll get Hyperion out of it. So. And I'm not too sure if I'm going to be able to go for him in the arena. It's still more than a month away, but we'll see. Well, no, I'll be able to go for him in arena, but I don't know. I don't think I'll have enough time, and I don't want to refresh the amount that I would need to make up for the time I missed. So, Jacob Showers, how you doing? A little bit of side quest is all he needs. There you go. He used to be in my roster, but after his bug nerfs, somehow he went out. For who? Oh, for Omega Red. With the thing with the spores at 10 and the damage or whatever. Gilly 2099 is one of the best counters for Apocalypse, but she is not the go-to for many people. I used her a few times in AQ maps 5. But at the time, I also had Corvus on the team, and I found I did better with Corvus. But yeah, she was good for him too, for sure. But out of anybody that I've used for Apocalypse, I found Ultron to be the best for me. And I think it probably has to do with the healing as well, because I'm just going to block his L1. I'm not going to try to evade that. And so because of the healing, the L1 isn't as terrible. And if you've got an armor up on, it's you're going to take less damage from it. I agree, Perry. You can literally just bait heavy and SP1. I did that last season back against R3 Apocalypse. I mostly use Gilly 2099 for Sinister. Yeah, she'd be good for Sinister for sure. No crits, drain the power. Absolutely. But I think for any of the mutants I use, I think Omega might be the fastest to get through fights outside of robots. I've been pushing Act 6 way too much, but once I'm Cav, I'm definitely going to be chilling until I feel comfortable with my roster. Yeah, good idea. And I don't know, like, who was before Kraven? Who was the new characters before Kraven? But Kraven, Toad, Sauron, Icarus, Cersei, I don't know anything about any of them, but I really don't feel a need to. Oh, was it Cersei and Ikaria? Okay, yeah, that's right. I really don't feel a need to have any of them. So, and maybe we'll see new stuff added to the game where they do become necessities. But I really feel that a lot of the older champions really take care of the stuff that that's come out and that's coming out. And I don't think it's going to be a huge difference with 7.4. Beyond 7.4, I could see that being the case. But I don't think that 7.4 that you're going to see where Hercules or Cersei or Anti-Venom, I don't think that for 7.4 you're going to see any of them as necessities. I think you'll see them, Hercules, Kitty Pryde, as definite great options for stuff, but I think you'll be able to get through stuff without them easily. Maybe when we get into Act 8 or other stuff, or maybe War or AQ will change and okay, yeah, you need Cersei, you need Icarus, you need Craven or something like that. But yeah, I really don't see the necessity for any of them. Other than they're cool champions, the new champions, so on and so forth. But for actual use, I just don't see it. Just opened 6 of the anthropomorphic and got kabammed with 6 3-star champions. Ridiculous. Redonkulous. Is that right? Anthropomorphic? Yeah, yeah, okay. 2018, 2019 is still golden era of champions MCOC. Yeah, well, isn't that when that one, the designer who left not too long ago, not Broccoli. Can't remember the name of them. But isn't that when they were I don't know how new they were to the company, but they were in the company at that point in time. I guess what I'm trying to get. Because I think a lot of the champions that were designed then were by that specific designer. Do you think that whoever wins the Summoner Choice vote currently, do you think that character, regardless what character it is, will be as impactful as Hercules? Or do you think Hercules was a fluke? Or is it that any character that the community votes on like that is going to be the top champion? It's funny too, right? Because after the vote, when Hercules won, all of the, well, it was already determined, or it shouldn't have been Hercules, blah blah blah. But once we got him and saw how good he was, all of that complaining went out the window, right? Dominatus, how you doing? He left the company mid to 2020. The person that designed those champions, because the one I'm talking about, they only left over the summer. Let me see if I can find the name of them. Hang on. Un momento. How's your day coming along, Dominatus? Let's see. Oh, it is Kabam Broccoli. Okay. I thought it was a different name. But yeah, they left about 6 months ago. Or at least the announcement of them leaving was about 6 months ago. 4 or 6 months ago. What? Ooh. I think Hercules wasn't a fluke. They knew what the community wanted most, which was Hercules, and they delivered. But that was the whole thing, right? Was that people were saying they didn't want Hercules and that it was rigged and blah, blah, blah. So I don't know if because of that they wanted to make him super OP so that people would be happy, or anybody who wins that vote is going to be super OP. Just starting. How about you? I'm doing okay. Doing all right. did a little bit of uncollected. Gonna finish off the basic arena. Probably hit up some more EQ. Although actually, 6 stars should be available. Yeah, they should be available now. We could get the 6 stars done too. Herc was just an accident. Kabam didn't expect him to be so good. No, I think they made him to be as good as he is, but I think it was also because of the backlash of, oh, it's a rigged vote, blah, blah. Because honestly, anybody who has him, myself included, once you have him and you realize how good he is, you don't care if it was a rigged vote or not. So that may have just been their way to shut people up. And it worked. It worked. I guess I was just talking to the few people that wanted him because the people I talked to wanted him added. Oh no, absolutely there were people who wanted him added. But I think maybe part of it was like why people were like, oh, it's rigged and stuff, is because I don't know how popular or well known of a character he was for MCOC people prior to that, where there were better known characters. So it seemed odd that and I think that's why like this time everybody figures Beta Ray Bill or Quicksilver are going to win, absolutely, hands down, right? Because they're probably two of the best known characters. Agatha because of the TV show. Outside of that, a lot of the characters that were up to vote on this time, absolutely, some people those would be their favorite character, whatever. But I don't think they're as well known as Quicksilver or Beta Ray Bill. Whereas Hercules one, he was kind of the outside character. But I honestly feel that, and again, I'm okay with it being rigged. Like, it's a way to engage the community, fair enough. But I think they absolutely had planned out to be Hercules, to be released when he was, specifically to celebrate the month that he was released in. So, yeah, and again, fair enough. But I don't think there's any need to get angry about it. It's marketing, right? My only thing for questioning the voting system is that I've never seen any kind of thing where you're voting on where you don't see the results as they're cast. Like, as the process is happening, you see the results of the votes being cast, whereas this you don't. So that makes me question that. And I don't think there's any reason that any technical reason that couldn't be done. So. I mean, I could be wrong, and maybe it's completely legit, the whole voting system for it. I just don't feel that it is. Because so the voting for the first time we had it was over in November, December, right? And then we got the character about 6 months later. So I guess that could be about fair, because I think they said it takes about six months to develop a character. So for the characters that advance to the next round, are those characters that you guys wanted, or nobody you wanted did you see advance? Beta Bill will be so good as the winner. Rig questionable because Quicksilver was the winner, but they will change his class to get. I think we're supposed to find out the classes that they are today, right? So who is it that advanced? Beta Ray Bill, Quicksilver, Agatha, and one other. I don't remember who the other one was. And I saw somewhere where somebody was saying that Quicksilver would be science. I don't know how that would be, because I would assume that he would be mutant. Agatha, I would assume, would be Mystic, Beta Ray Bill, Cosmic, but... Ooh, and then I saw somebody saying that Beta Ray Bill could be Tech, too. Which, I think Tech could use some love. Yeah, oh, that would be difficult to have Beta Ray Bill as Cosmic, actually. Beta Ray Bill would be the first Cosmic robot. Zemo was the last one. Okay. Right, because, yeah, the comment was 2 characters from TV shows advanced. Yeah, okay. Okay. And Zemo would be skill. Yeah, that probably makes sense. Would the class of any of them matter for you guys? Like, if Quicksilver were going to be science, would that impact you voting for him or not? Or if Beta Ray Bill were going to be Tech rather than Cosmic, would that impact you voting for him? I think the only character out of any of the ones that were up to vote on, the only one that I'd heard the name Beta Ray Bill prior, never seen anything about the character, but Quicksilver, both in comics and movies, I'd seen. That's a good mix of chaps. Yeah, all we need is just science looking so behind. I wonder if maybe that's what... Ooh. Well, wouldn't that be interesting then, eh? If Quicksilver wins and he's going to be science. And the science... Yeah, because science is kind of lacking for sure. Like... I don't know if there... I guess I-Bomb is a pretty big standout for science, though. Pretty good all-around champion. Decent prestige. Good use. Torch is also a good one, but I think he's pretty common. So everybody's got him, so he's not really that much of a sought-after champion. We need another double science month. You know, I gotta say, like, I like that we've got some pretty good mutants and stuff, but I think they really need to take a break on the mutants. Yeah, science could definitely use some love. Maybe tech a little bit too. It would depend on which Quicksilver they were going with. If they go with the MCU, then he would be science. If the comic version, he will be mutant. Okay. I would think it would be the MCU. I don't know. Which one is it that... I think when people have been asking for... Well, no. When people have been asking for the character, they just want to see a speedster, really. Right? Like to see the graphics of how that would work. So I suppose it wouldn't matter either way. But I would think that, at least just the way things are currently, probably the movie version would be more popular. I don't know. Oh, no, I did vote for Beta Ray Bill. I went Spider-Man, Beta Ray Bill. Oh, I don't remember who the other one was. Out of the 4 now, I think... Yeah, I'd probably just keep going with Beta Ray Bill. Still, I-Bomb is not someone who is in the main roster. I'd be happy with the 6-star I-Bomb. I wouldn't complain. I don't know what science champion I would ever art for of who I've currently got. Well, probably Cap IW. I took IHOP to rank 3. I don't use it. And I didn't use him a lot before taking to rank 3 either, so... But he's just somebody I see I could use here and there. I really don't use any science champion very much, though, outside of science combat. People just add torch to their roster if the path has a mystic. Other than that, even he is not. Yeah. Yeah, I would use torch more if not for suicides. Although, I do run Nick and DPX all the time, so that would at the very least take care of the bleed. It's Quicksilver. If Quicksilver is science, I'm voting for Bill. If Bill is tech, I'm voting for Quicksilver. What if Beta Ray Bill is tech and Quicksilver is science? Then what are you gonna do? Then you'll have a real conundrum. Yay. I think I would I'll probably vote for Beta Ray Bill, but out of any of them based on class, actually, yeah, based on class, I wouldn't want Quicksilver as a mutant or Beta Ray Bill as a cosmic. There are really no standout champions in science who plays an important role in the main roster. I like Cap IW. I've got him on my team quite often. If Science Combat is on, he's absolutely on the team. I don't use him for War or AQ. I do use him for questing a fair bit. Anytime I was playing CGR, I would have Cap IW and Captain Marvel on the team. I think if I had a 6-star I-Bomb, he would be on the team sometimes. But yeah, outside of Science Combat, I'm not using science characters very often. And who you vote on Twitter retweets for votes. My main 3 I voted Quicksilver, Beta Ray, and Harkness, but still shed some love to Bullseye, Hobgoblin, and Xeno. Cosmic and Mutant are both crazy loved classes lately. If Quicksilver is science, I'm voting him. Actually, that's a good point. I could see doing the same. Because like I said, I think science needs some love. We want to see a speedster. I don't want to see more mutants, just because the mutant class is so loaded currently. Yeah, I could see actually going for Quicksilver if he's science. And I don't think I would say the same for Beta Ray as tech, though. If they're both the wrong classes, I'm voting for Agatha. Okay. Supersonic, how you doing? How's your day coming along? Oh, wow, we're almost done with the basic arena. Okay. Okay. Well, there's no point in running another champion boost, because we are going to be done here pretty quick. I-Bomb is wicked. I R3'd him because he looks cool, but I got a lot of uses in 7-3, especially that annoying power gain super scroll. Yeah. I've used him as a 5-star a bit in EQ. Not a ton. But I've definitely used him there. If he was a 6-star, I would use him more so. So one of the big reasons I use 6-stars is just because they're going to get through things faster, but also when class combat is on, you get more points with a 6-star. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Wow. That's not working out properly. There was a fight I did earlier. It wasn't on stream. And I can't remember who I was fighting. I was using a 6-star. Oh no, it was last night. And I just could not. I couldn't get a parry and I couldn't get a hit in. And I was at like 75% health. The opponent was Spidey 2099 who was fighting. And I had him down to like 25%. I was at 80. So I thought the fight was pretty much done. And I lost. I was like, how the hell did that happen? Myself and T. Smith are the smartest persons when it comes to voting. It's almost for sure that Agatha will be Mystic. Yeah, I think so. We both voted for the winning champion? No, it just means that you voted for the most popular champion. I will vote for all of them evenly if that's what you're talking about, Parasite. Alright, 200,000 more. I think this is fine to get the top 5% right now, but just out of habit, I'll go to 8 million. We'll get all the way up there. Get all the way up there. Do you guys feel that CGR has kind of fallen off? Not necessarily because of Hercules, but just in general. Like, do you think his heyday, not for use, but just for popularity, do you think his heyday is over? I'm not using him at all to farm 536 anymore. If I were farming ROL for health pots, I'd use him for sure. But outside of that, I did try him a little for my lane in map 8. And I think if I wasn't running suicides, I actually would be using him for that lane. But with suicides, yeah, he's not a really good option for it. At least not for me. Popularity-wise, yes, but of course he's still very strong. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's just that it's not really... I guess that makes sense, right? For the most part, it's the newer champions that you're always going to see a lot of videos and stuff about. Nope, so I want him quite a lot, maybe as much as I want Hercules to be... Oh, okay. Okay. So it's funny. When I got CGR... I used him for quite a while to farm 536. But now that I've got Hercules, I think I'm going to be using him to farm 536. Yeah, I'll absolutely be using him until I get more used to him. But I think even that, I think even after that, I might... Well, Sung Shi, there's no ramp up, so right away he's doing crazy damage. So I might still use him for farming 536 because he is pretty quick. It's mainly because people underrate how good CGR is utility-wise. Yeah, it could be. And I think maybe it's too people are still kind of a little too obsessed or focused on the don't dex. Which, it's absolutely fine to dex, you just need to change up your rotation a little bit. If you want to get the most out of it. I think Hercules Awaken is a better champ than CGR, but from playing around with them as 4-stars, I like CGR more playstyle-wise. Yeah, I think Hercules Awakened is more impactful and, yeah, adds more to him, so makes him better. CGRs would be fine, but, yeah, definitely not a necessity. I'd still like to get my 6-star CGR Awakened, absolutely. I used the Cosmic Gem on Hercules, though. But any Cosmic Sig, well, any Cosmic Sig Stones, I still want to get King Groot a little bit higher. I want to probably get him about Sig 100 or so. But after that, then yeah, Cosmic Sig Stones would go to Hercules. Double immune, can power lock, and if he's awakened, heal block, fate seal, easy access to buffs, easy access to debuffs for CGR. Yeah. And I still really like a champion where you change your combo depending on what you need. That's a big part of why I like Claire, CGR, and Sushi. For the most part, I usually play them the same combo or the same way as I play other characters, but I like knowing that I can do different things with the combo to get different results. I do like that. Also, from what I know, I think it's not as a necessity to get CGR. No, yeah. It's a nice thing, absolutely, but it's not make or break. Not that it is with Hercules so much either, but it's much more impactful, and then also the prestige consideration. Although CGR is pretty good for prestige too. Not where Hercules is, but still pretty decent. Okay, so we just hit 8 million. All right, all right. Well, what do you guys think? Start on the featured arena or do some EQ? Ooh, I know. Hang on. Uno momento. Just because we can. Oh crap, I should have added another. Wait, don't vote for that one. I'm gonna do another one. Wait, did that not come up yet? Okay. Don't vote on that one. We'll do it like this. Oh, why did that not give me the option to do it? Oh, I wonder if there's a time. Oh, okay. So we had to wait for that one to finish. Okay, there we go. Okay. Hang on. There's only so many characters. There we go. All right. So we'll take a look and see what the results are for that poll. And then we'll got about another half hour or so. Okay. Let's see if we got anything to claim. Got a few things. The only problem with CGR is just with too much stuff to think about while playing. Yeah, but you get used to that over time, though. And well, the voice is gonna go with anything, right? But it's good to know where your guys' priority is. So, all right. All right. All right, let's go to EQ because we were doing arena for a bit there. So, I think we were almost done. Yeah, we're almost done here, and we're gonna go with. Yeah, let's go with the same team. Yeah, there's nobody else that I. Oh no, the only one. Let's go with Red Mag. Yeah, he's going to give us a few more synergies. Although only 2 are going to be useful for us. We're probably not going to get to any specials. But another rigged vote. Hey, but at least you can see the result as the votes are cast, right? In all honesty, CGR's rotation is easier to think about than OG Ghost Rider. You think so? No, because they're quite similar, right? Like, depending when you initiate something, that buff is going to last longer, or debuff with the armor breaks or the bleed. I think they're the only difference is, well, I'd say it's the opposite, right? Because CGR has more components than Awakened Ghost Rider has the Fury, but if Unawakened, then you don't have that. They're both these. Yeah, I think if I would have gotten used to CGR, but if not for having played Ghost Rider, I think the idea of CGR would have been a little bit more difficult to wrap my head around. Somebody just changed their vote to EQ because that's what I'm doing is EQ. No, that's not the case. It's 2 more people voted. Yeah, this path isn't loaded with robots, but I just realized I should have used Professor X. CGR's rotation is harder because there are like 5 different rotations you can do. Well, yeah, and OG Ghost Rider, same idea. You can do it however you want. With OG Ghost Rider, it's simply what buff or ability do you want to last the longest is really what it comes down to. CGR has a few different rotations. I feel CGR, as long as you don't dex while you are ramping them up, you're good to go. You're good to go unless you use the SBT ramp up method. I like CGR's rotations more. Yeah, because I think his are more impactful, whereas Ghost Rider's, it's simply what do you want to last longest? Do you want the bleed to last long? Do you want the regen to last long? And that's really all it is with him. Oh, I do think, well, and for Ghost Rider, you kind of need Blade. Without Blade, Ghost Rider, he's not reliable. CGR, you don't really need any specific synergy. I think for CGR, actually, Cap IW with a Cosmic, I think is the best thing for CGR. I know, like, you've got the one with Night Thrasher for the armor breaks, Ghost Riders where your first buff is going to last longer, but I find, actually, running Cap IW and a Cosmic, it does change the way you play him, because if you initiate your power gain first, you basically get your power gain, do a heavy, and then you're good for your L2, pretty much. You take Cap IW and the Cosmic off the team, and it's going to take you longer to get to your L2. But it's not as impactful. Do you want to be using Ghost Rider in 2022? Well, come February, I think February, maybe. Well, maybe you'll want him on your team. Because I think Blade will be available in February. So if you're going to use Blade and you want to fight villains, you're going to want Ghost Rider. But yeah, I agree with you on that, Supersonic. He's not a champion you're going to see utilized a ton. I do think when Blade is available as a 6-star, people will probably reassemble that team of Starkey, Blade, and Ghost Rider. That would still be a pretty impactful 6-star team for sure. You know, I'm really liking this. I've used this team previously. I've just never had more than one chart. I've never used Professor X to get the extra charges, but yeah, I'm really liking the strength of that barrier to start. Maybe I need to try it in cab difficulty though. One more should do him in, right? Better. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So have any of you guys finished EQ? Cab EQ? Or are you still working on it? Yeah. Ghost Rider also has to get to his SP3, and you don't want to be doing that. While CGR can get there pretty easy if you want to get that Fury, but it's not necessary. Yeah, and the thing is too with CGR, you can reset him without the L3. Yeah, I mean you might need to take a hit, but you could still reset his rotation without an L3. Yeah, so if you come up against Plague Mine with Ghost Rider, you're probably screwed. Whereas CGR, you could probably still you can probably still get by. Okay, we don't need much more for EQ to get what we want, actually. Was I close to... Okay, close to this one here. So let's finish off that. And... Okay, so Master will just leave to be able to auto fight that. And this is Mystics, right? Yeah. Okay. I think these are probably the only two Mystics we need. And for Sentinel, let's just go with the Ghost with the most. Can barely handle uncollected EQ. Yeah, but I mean, I'm just doing it with 6 stars, right? So if I was doing it with 4 or 5 stars, it would be slightly different. Kerwick, how you doing? Cav EQ is all done. Look at you, overachiever. You must live in Calgary or something. Finished Cav, pulled Yondu, got revenge on that pull by pretending Labyrinth Star-Lord is Yondu. Just noticed Buddy's iHawk theme is playing in the background. That's not his iHawk theme, that is Buddy's theme. Oh, I only have... Oh, nice. Okay, only one path left here. Cool. That should make life a little bit easier. Haven't yet started on Collected and Cab, just auto-fought Master and Heroic for T1A. Okay. Ooh, before I start, I'm going to replenish my water. I'll be right back. Coyotes up Solar Flare. How many 5 stars and 6 stars do I have? I think I'm at 180 something for 5 and 123 for 6. Something like that. 133 for 6, 183 for 5. So I don't think there's two, because we're about 210 characters in the game in total. So there's not too many 5 stars I don't have, but there's a ton of 6 stars I don't have. I just identify as iHulk's theme. Last couple of months, Cab, I left till the end. January, I wanted to get it done ASAP so I can go back to finishing 7.2 and 7.3. Feel I fell behind through the holiday business. Yeah, okay. Okay. This is with the protection. Yeah, okay. Okay. So we'll do this one with Diablo. And we'll go with that. Yeah, I usually take my time for EQ. Pretty much only run it when completion is on. And usually doing that, running it only when completion is on, I'm pretty much finishing it off with like 3 days to go for the most part. Okay. Definitely don't need to fight it like this, but just a quicker way to get the poisons up. It's kind of boring to watch, but it gets the job done. And I did that on purpose, just so you can see the health gain. So remember, we went down to 85. But let's see where we end the fight. So as long as we don't get hit by his L2, we should be good. And are we going to end at 100? Come on! 99. Close enough. Okay. So let's go clear here. Oh. Wait, that's supposed to take off the protection. Oh, no, never mind. I'm thinking of a different path. Yeah, because the protection is based on his power. So what do you do for work, Kroig? Am I saying your name right? Is it Kroig or Krog? Diablo? Yeah, Diablo probably the best. We'll go with both of these. So for this one, probably just throw a ton of L1s to keep removing his buffs. Krog? Okay. Ote. Well, I could no. If I was gonna, it's crap. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to have my mix-up and then take the L2. See if we can't do it this time. Could even get hit by an L3, be fine. Need another L1 to be able to remove his. Come on, throw an L2. Do it. Come on. I'll try to open only highlighted 6-star. Try to take the kitty or hype to get free from the basic arena. Yeah. Are those the only two that you want from the featured, or are there other champions you want? But in order to avoid the arena, you want those two. But yeah, that featured crystal is pretty decent for sure. There are a lot of good options in there. I think this time we'll go one L1 and then build up to an L3 maybe. Let's get rid of that regen. Thank you. I didn't want to heal. I don't know. Maybe we'll just keep going with the L1s. Yeah. Yeah, stick with the L1s, then we don't need to worry about its regen too much. Oh, I think with this amount of poisons, we don't need to really worry about the regen regardless, so. Okay. I'm a manager at big box retail. Okay. Cool. You enjoying the weather currently? It's been pretty decent. I think we're supposed to get a little bit cooler coming up. Let's stick with Diablo. And just in case we have to take an L2. I think I'm just going to go to my L3 actually. Yeah. Might not even get there. Ooh, snap. Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, yes, he did. Well, yeah, no point in doing the L3. Okay. Finally thawed out. Can't ice skate on my driveway anymore, which is a positive. Yeah. Dude, it was cold. When it was cold, it was really cold. I think I'll go Diablo for this. We're gonna need to get to an L1 to be able to get any use of that. But yeah, we should be able to get to an L1 pretty quick. Oh, I should have used the nullify as well to get out of not to have to worry about his indestructible. Okay, let him use his L1. go. I wonder if we can get all the way to an L3 like this, maybe. Ah, he was just waiting. That's okay. That's okay. I agree. I got into the 50s yesterday. I was freezing. Where do you live, Dom? You're in the east or west? No. Oh, crap. No. Okay. That worked out not too badly. Ooh, this is gonna be... Yeah, this should be okay. So long as he's aggressive anyways, this should be okay. Yeah. Yeah. You're in LA? Okay. Oh, this is gonna suck because if I get hit after this, it's gonna be game over. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Alright, so that finishes that off. I don't think that's gonna get us to the 4th milestone for EQ. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, maybe. No. So close yet so far. Right, let's see what else we could finish off that would get us there. Nope. Are we close to anything in master? A little bit close there. Probably. Oh crap, I already did that, and that would have been a fair bit. Okay, let's auto fight here. Just keep the same team. Yeah. Quicksilver is science? Okay. Okay. I bet there's going to be a lot of people talking about that. See here. I'm just seeing if they have that on their forums. No, it doesn't look like they have any of that info on the forums. That's odd. Is it just Twitter? Well, because the science class needs some love. That's probably how. So actually, yeah, with that being said, I could see me possibly voting for Quicksilver. All right, so while this is auto fighting, let's have a look. Here we go. Yeah, so Agatha is Mystic, Zemo is Skill, Beta Ray Bill is Cosmic, and Quicksilver is Science. Yeah, I think that's probably just because the mutant class is a little too OP. Voting starts in January. Oh, that's today. Okay. So round 2 is January 21st. And JJ blame freaking Twitch. So what do you think? Oh, let's bring that back up actually. So who's going to round 2? Is it going to be Beta Ray and Quicksilver? Or do you think it's going to be... It's going to be Quicksilver, Beta Ray, and somebody else, right? So, yeah, do you think Beta Ray Bill and Quicksilver, or one of the other two? I voted Quicksilver and Agatha. Okay. Kind of like how I thought the Fantastic Four should have been all cosmic. Okay. Dude, I find it so weird. Like, I really feel that like this kind of stuff they should have on their forums. Like on their forums before other media. But what can you do? Quicksilver and Beta Ray Bill are against each other this round. Oh, that okay. I see. Yeah, that makes sense. So it's definitely going to be one of those two and one of the two from the left side. Let's use that because we're going to do another run here. So then Agatha, Quicksilver, Cosmic is stacked. And let me see. I don't really care for Agatha or Zemo at all. So I have no idea between those two who I would vote for. Let's pick it up again. And yeah, I mean, I guess I said it earlier. So I'll vote for Quicksilver, because he's science. So yeah. Who is Agatha? Is it somebody from the WandaVision TV series? I think she was a character prior, but that's why she might be kind of popular. It's because she was on in that TV series. Okay. So that being said, I'm pretty sure I think Quicksilver is going to win overall. I think, like I said, people want a speedster. And like I didn't vote for him round one. I didn't care one way or another for him round one or at all. But I do think the science needs some love. Agatha wins, please. I think I could see it being her and Quicksilver for round two, but I do think Quicksilver will win overall. But we will find out at the end of the month. And nowhere previously did they say like the percentages or numbers or anything like that, right? No, it was just that who advanced if you did. So, I mean, to be fair, in all honesty, the graphics, they could have all been done day one. Like, who's to say? How's Quicksilver Science? I don't know. You could post. I bet you any money. Let's check. I bet you there's posts on the forums. Agreed. Agatha seems to have more interest out there, unless Twitter has a bigger say than the in-game vote. Then maybe Zemo wins. Not sure how voting works for this round. Okay, so there's nothing on the forums yet about it. But I'm pretty sure there will be the votes on the forums. Yeah, but I mean, it's no different than Iceman not being immune to ice damage, or Dormammu's head being on fire but not immune to fire damage, right? They're not gonna make things necessarily based off of that kind of stuff. They're gonna make things on what works for them in the game, and they're probably looking. So I think Quicksilver is gonna win, and like I said, I think this was predetermined. Not that Quicksilver. I think they already know who they're gonna develop. And I think it's gonna be Quicksilver, considering his science. The science class is lacking, so they're gonna add a decent, cool, wanted champion to the science class. So are we? Yeah. So these are the final four, and I think it's gonna. So the next round, I think it will be Quicksilver and Agatha, and then I think overall it will be Quicksilver. That is my prediction on. Are there classes confirmed? Yeah, because that post was from Kabam. 2 of my first 3 didn't win. So only one that I voted for has advanced. Only Beta Rebel. But yeah, let me just make sure. I'm pretty sure that is stamped with Kabam's logo and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it's from the MCOC Twitter account, and it does have their logos and stuff, so yeah. I would suggest that means that those are the classes indeed. Kabam better make him good if Quicksilver wins. I think it's just their way of adding a new science champion. Oh, actually, let's just take a look. There might be a bunch of comments on Twitter. No? Huh. Oh, that's a good point. So one of the comments means he can't be a horseman. Yeah. Okay. I voted Armor and Bullseye and Quicksilver. Oh, there you go. There you go. Let's see if that got us the 4th milestone for completion. Nope, don't think so. So we probably need to do... Okay, let's auto-find... This should do it. There were 3 sections of vote, and how did 4 champions make through the second round? Because there was also a vote on Twitter. So 1 champion got through due to Twitter voting. And I think that ended up being Baron, right? Yeah, there's a wild card vote on Twitter. Yeah. So yeah, who do you guys think will go to round 2, and then who do you think will win overall? Can you post the Twitter link? Sure. At least I think I can. Okay. Quicksilver and Beta, they can't, because they're like, you have to pick between those 2 or between Agatha and, there's the Twitter link, and Agatha and Baron. I think it's going to be Agatha and Quicksilver and Quicksilver. Yeah, that's what I think too. I'm voting 4 times for Agatha, 2 each for Beta Ray and Quicksilver. Okay. I'll definitely vote Quicksilver. Well, I guess we don't have a choice, right? So yeah, I'll vote all Quicksilver and then Agatha. But yeah, I don't really care one way or the other. Although, yeah, Quicksilver would make an impact for me because, like I was saying earlier, right now I really don't know who I would take to R4 as a science. Probably Cap IW, just because, not that I use him a ton, just that he's on the team a fair bit. But well, I mean, maybe we'll get other science champions before we see the results of this. But if it's anything like what Hercules has been, oof, that could be a real addition to the science class for sure. That'd be kind of funny, eh? For a class that's really lacking, and then all of a sudden, boom, you've got a champion who's, like top champion in the game. That kind of happened with Hercules. Cosmic was doing okay. It wasn't an OP class, but with Hercules there, that really buffed up the Cosmic class. Okay. So let's see if this gets us that final milestone. And then I'll probably only do any more EQ if I'm capped on energy. And let me see if there's any posts on the forums about it yet. I'm doing an Oprah vote. You get 2 votes. You get 2 votes. Everyone gets 2 votes. I disagree. I think Cosmic was doing just fine with CGR and Corvus at the top with Brie Larson trailing. But I think so. I think if you didn't have them, I think Cosmic would have been like the absolute worst class. So I think they were kind of just holding the Cosmic class's head above water, and then when Hercules got there, I think the Cosmic class was back in the boat. Basically. Huh. Okay, I was just reading a comment on the forum. Somebody was asking, let me just bring it up rather than. Okay. Let me know if I need to make that bigger for you to see it. But the title, does hoarding many crystals affect the frame rate and drops issues? Just curious to know. I've been noticing some weird things when I log out and log in once again. With Kabam ID, the scrolling is very smooth, gameplay is perfect. Also, I currently have close to 14,000 unopened crystals, and I opened close to 1,000 crystals of different varieties today and noticed a good change in the speed of the game. But then when I closed the game and opened it again, it was back to normal with laggy frame rates and not so smooth scrolling, blah, blah. And then the response from Kabam Mike, I'm not an engineer, but from what I understand from my conversations with them is that it should not affect gameplay. Crystal data is not stored on your device, so it should not affect the actual performance when playing the game. This sounds like a device-specific issue, and I would appreciate it if you report blah, blah, blah. Well, then why do they always have to auto-open our crystals? No, I know it's for silver load. Tech is really a class that needs some loving, and no, I think science. Tech is... It's definitely not... I think Mutant is the strongest. Mystic and Skill, I would say, are pretty much even. Then probably Cosmic, Tech, and Science. Cosmic and Tech could be interchangeable, maybe. But Tech would be on the lower end. But no, you got some... I mean, Ghost is still relevant. She's kind of dropping off without the Legends runs, with some of the changes, with the bugs. Warlock, Ultron, Gilly 2099. Yeah, there's some pretty decent tech champions there. I don't know how impactful Nimrod is. Good for prestige. I think he's pretty... I would like him. Okay, there we go. So we got the 4th milestone for EQ, and we've got 15 hours, so I probably will end up maxing out EQ completion. Okay. Oh, an Alpha Catalyst bundle. Ooh, let's see. Or is that just in the store, maybe? Uh-oh. Well, I guess you guys are going to see it. Am I going to say stay true to what I said? Let's claim Elite Crystal. Wait, isn't that supposed to automatically pop? Okay, there we go. So I said Agatha and Monsieur Quicksilver. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. I feel that Mystic and Skill could use some love. Yeah, I think every class could use a bit of love, except Mutant. That's the one class we don't need more of. Or absolutely, there's champions that would be nice to be buffed in there. Cyclops would be a nice buff for sure. But that class definitely is doing well. Used my R3. Nimrod is actually pretty dope. Used my R3 5-star and uncollected EQ. Absolutely melt Sauron and Toad. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, that is it for me. Got where I needed to get. Got some good readers done. And there is nobody else going currently. All right. Yeah, that's it for me. Thanks for coming and hanging out. I'll catch you guys later. Take care.